course, those $1,400 checks that were paid directly to people, the $300 a month child tax credit, which is absolutely nowhere on the trail in Democratic ads. They're just not talking about it because of the inflationary possibilities of those stimulus and them getting hammered by Republicans for inflation. So the one economic message they felt they had, they can't talk about.
What's up, you guys? It's Steve here. And have you been wondering why Democratic members of Congress have gone silent on stimulus provisions like stimulus checks, child tax credits, Social Security increases, and all of the stimulus provisions of the past that we've been promised? Well, I've got some video footage you are not going to want to miss as they lay out the strategy, saying the reason is midterm elections. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest and get you up to date on all of these federal level provisions to everybody in the nation. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, let me know your thoughts, you guys. They're saying that it's all about the midterm elections and the strategy being utilized because they want to send out these provisions and help out the American people, but at the same time, they don't want to add to inflation and debt, and they don't want to get hammered by the GOP Republican Party saying you're going to cause and spark even more inflation. Now, if they could find out a way to do this without causing inflation, that would be great. Maybe reallocating existing funds. There's over $500 billion just sitting there. That could be a possibility. But take a look, just some of the reminders that have been popping up recently. We've heard a lot of these were going to be coming back. Bernie Sanders, this was back in June now. Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and colleagues introduced legislation to expand Social Security by $2,400 a year and extend solvency for 75 years. And this was that reminder from back in the campaign that they were going to be increasing Social Security benefits for those on fixed incomes by $200 per month and extending the solvency. Now, this has been spoken about a lot, and we have heard this is going to come up after midterm elections. And here's another one that they're saying is very, very likely going to be coming back here. There's new optimism that the $300 monthly child tax credits, they can be renewed, but the relief may look different, and that is because we have support from both Democrats and Republicans on this. They're not unifying on the topic, but both are saying child tax credits in some form or fashion will be returning with those advanced payments going out to families. Now, also, I just shared this with you 2 days ago, stimulus update. Researchers find that targeted stimulus payments would benefit us all, aka another round of federal level stimulus checks going out to low income individuals and those who need it the most. They're saying stimulus checks, and in this article, they say recurring stimulus checks or monthly checks that people can get regularly to help them out is going to be necessary. And take a look at this. I also shared with you recently, stimulus update, the former Treasury secretaries, recession warning could mean that stimulus checks are going to be coming soon. This just out this month, and they're saying things are not looking good for our economy. A recession is likely coming here very soon, and when it does, stimulus checks are going to be needed. Now, take a look at this, you guys. Bloomberg forecast 100% chance of a Biden recession, despite experts sounding the alarm bells, saying a recession is here. Maybe time to dish out those stimulus checks. The Biden administration is still in denial. And again, why deny that the economy is not in good shape and going in the wrong direction? Midterm elections, the messaging. They want to make sure that people think that they're doing a good job so that way they can continue to get voted to stay into power. But take a look, you guys, the Biden administration, they recently extended out the pandemic public health emergency, saying we're still in the middle of this. We still need these additional funds and support and money to help us through this, which could send out more stimulus provisions, and also is sending out stimulus provisions in the form of SNAP pandemic emergency allotment guidance, which I'll keep you up to date on, as we have over 20 different states now that have acknowledged that they're going to be extending this out through November of 2022. And also, this is going to be likely going out until February of 2023 with the extension of the state of emergency to January of 2023. It extends out 1 month past the state of emergency. So you guys, a lot unfolding. And we're going to be seeing, and you're going to see in this video clip here, as they're saying that a lot of this is going to carry on over after midterm elections and likely into next year, which let me know your thoughts. I think that it's great to deliver, but to cause people to have to wait for so long. And when people are hurting right now, there's just a lot of people that need support and help at this present time. But we will see, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. There's still $500 billion of leftover funds just sitting there. They're issuing out new funds to go out overseas. So a lot of people have said it would be nice to send some funds to your own country here in the United States of America to help out people. But we will see you guys, and I will keep you up to date every step of the way. But let's dive right into this video footage. And if you appreciate the updates and I share with you all the news articles, put them on the screen, read right from them. Don't forget, smash the like button if you appreciate the content, the updates. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Check out my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth, personal finance. Check out my kids' new channel. I'm very proud of them. They launched their own channel. They've already uploaded 2 new videos, and they're working on their 3rd. They're hoping to hopefully get it up tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. That's the Liam and Naya channel. And also, if you want access to the comprehensive list of every stimulus check in the nation on every level for states, cities, counties, new ones coming up all the time, I've assembled a website where I have them all compiled into one place, literally over 100 different stimulus check programs. Took me 3 months to assemble it, but it's all there at www.reliefroadmap.com if you are interested, you guys. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this video footage. Let me know your thoughts. This just coming out from MSNBC, and they're going to be discussing Democrats, the Biden administration, their strategy with midterm elections, stimulus, and how 80% of the American people say the economy is their #1 top concern. And at this time, it's not being addressed. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Senator Bernie Sanders even is hitting the campaign trail across the country to help get out the vote. The independent senator from Vermont has 15 scheduled appearances over the next 2 weekends, heading to key swing states to help drive turnout and excitement among young people and working class voters. The senator's tour starts today in Oregon and California, then moves east to key states like Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. And Caddy, I mean, you've been traveling across the country actually for your BBC special on Trump's America. And I'm curious, is it going to be possible at this time for the Democrats to be able to have a message that does 2 things at once, that talks about the Republicans and abortion and their sort of inhumane policies versus, and taking your rights away, versus touting the legislative wins that could help the economy, but not exactly right now because a lot of legislation and policies takes time to deliver? This is a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've laid out why it's so complicated for them. I think, early on in the Biden administration, they passed this massive $1.9 trillion rescue package after COVID. And they really hoped in the White House that this was going to be the package of measures that would help them in the midterms, that would help them keep the House and the Senate. And then, of course, those $1,400 checks that were paid directly to people, the $300 a month child tax credit, which then sunsetted, but was a big boost at the time, is absolutely nowhere on the trail in Democratic ads. They're just not talking about it because of the inflationary possibilities of those stimulus and them getting hammered by Republicans for inflation. So the one economic message they felt they had, they can't talk about. And then the Inflation Reduction Act, some of the economic policies in that aren't delivering benefits until potentially the beginning of next year. So people aren't feeling those either. It is an economic bind, but with some 80% of the population saying economy is their most important voting issue. I think the Democrats are right. They have to start talking about this. And you're right, suggesting, they probably should be doing this earlier. They had to be able to do 2 things at once. And sending out somebody like Bernie Sanders is a clear indication that they realize they have to speak to working class and middle class voters about issues like the economy, because that is his big issue. It's the issue he's associated with, and try and gin up support amongst those people to get out and vote.
Wow. So there you have it, you guys. Now, let me know your thoughts. We will see. But we're hearing that the economy is the #1 top concern of 80% of the population right now. They're concerned about the inflation being too high. Everything's so expensive. And then the Federal Reserve is increasing interest rates, which is going to make debt cost a whole lot more. If you've got credit card debt, if you're going to be buying a home, getting a mortgage, all of these things are going to be getting so much more expensive. It's really putting a strain on people. And those on fixed incomes are going to be hurting. Families are going to be struggling even more. They're saying it might have businesses to have to tighten up, and we might see a lot of unemployment start to unfold. Everyone is really concerned right now with the state of the economy, and they're saying, listen, Democrats, you're in full control. You really need to address this, and you need to send out some form of help, especially after all the promises that have gone out. But we will see, you guys, because what we're hearing is it looks like there's going to be a red wave in these midterm elections, and the GOP is going to be taking over the House. And really, there's a battle going on right now for the Senate. And we will see, because Republicans, they have their own agenda items as well. And some of them are stimulus provisions, just doing them in a manner in which we can do it to help people, but not add to debt and inflation. But we will see. I will keep you guys up to date every step of the way, but it sounds like regarding the arrival of all of this, it's going to be happening after the midterm elections, and some of it sounds like might even be happening in 2023. I will keep you guys up to date every step of the way. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far, you haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button if you appreciate the updates. Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe button to stay up to date, totally free. Hit the notification bell to be notified right away. Any specific questions, Instagram, SteveRam3. Check out my second channel, SteveRam Finance. Check out the kids channel, Liam and Naya. Hope that you and the family enjoy that. If you got any little ones, I hope that they enjoy that. And also www.reliefroadmap.com for the comprehensive list of every stimulus check in the nation. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.